Hey guys, I am Preeti and we are going to see the verse number 8 and verse number 9 of Bhagwad Gita. I know like the first chapter and the second chapter are something where we are only discussing something about the war. The main song of the divine, when the god starts talking, all of that begins from the chapter number 3. Okay, so this is why we are breezing through some of the verses which don't hold much of a meaning, which don't hold much of weightage. So which is why I'm combining two verses here. Verse number 8 is where Duryodhan is pointing out towards, he's telling Dronacharya that all the good people, all the powerful people on his side who can actually win the war, like Bhishma, Dronacharya and Ashwathama, all the powerful warriors on his side, he is pointing out towards. And on the other end, he is also pointing out towards some warriors, and he's taking the name of these warriors and saying that these are the warriors who were even ready to die for Duryodhan. Okay, so Duryodhan is telling this to Dronacharya, and it is but obvious that the people who were ready to die for Duryodhan, they were actually going to die because they were not on the side of the right people. They were not on the side of the people who followed the dharma. So this is why somehow it is the fate of those people who were following Duryodhan, who were on his side. It had already been decided that they were like not going to survive the war. So but Duryodhan somehow, he appeared more than proud or more than confident that he would win the war, because he knew that there were a lot of people who were very good warriors, who were very powerful warriors like Bhishma and Drona. I think his main majority strength was Bhishma, Drona and Karna, because all of these three, they were actually very powerful and they were the ones who could actually end the war. Bhishma is considered that he could end the war in just 1 minute, but yet he did not do it because he knew that Pandavas were the righteous people who deserved to be on the throne, but they were not allowed, and he knew what sort of injustice was done towards them. So he also held back. He did not give his 100% in fighting the war also. So now let's see the verse number 10. The verse 10, Duryodhan is trying to boast. He's overwhelmed actually by the strength of his army. Okay, now you may have felt that in some of the verses I say that Duryodhan on the inside, he knows that he is wrong, and sometimes I say that he's very confident about his army, what exactly is going on. Okay, see, anybody who is not following the righteous path, they will have both of these feelings. On the inside they will also have this feeling that they might be doing something wrong, they might be wrong in this on this end, but at the same time, anybody who is of the caliber of Duryodhan was somebody who was very, very greedy to become a king, and in order to win his kingdom, he definitely had to have a lot of tricks up his sleeve. So he had to show some confidence also. Not exactly he had to show, he had to be confident, because he thought that he was a king, and in order for the king to be a deserving one, he had to had the best sleeves up his the best tricks up his sleeve so that he can win the war. Okay, so here he is making it count that grandfather Bhishma, he is also on the side, and Bhishma is somebody who is very, very powerful, as I said earlier, and Bhishma was somebody who was actually leading the army, and Bhishma was considered to be like a very, very powerful man at that time. During the time of Mahabharata, he was not exactly Mahabharata, the time of Treta Yuga, he was considered really powerful. Dwapar Yuga, not Treta Yuga. And why he was very powerful? He was considered very powerful because most of the kings, he had like somehow he used to also be unjust when it came to about whether he should follow the righteous thing while working for his kingdom, but somehow he just felt that he had a great responsibility towards the heir of the kingdom, which is why he just tried the best ways possible to find an heir. And in order to do that, he had to make sure that his step brother, he gets married. And he did a bunch of few things which nobody had courage to oppose to, because they knew that they will not be able to defeat him. This was the power of Bhishma. And somehow you can see that Bhishma, though he was very powerful, he still had, there were some things that he did which were not right, which is why he also was on the side of Duryodhan, on the wrong side, where he knew at any moment people would get over him and they would win the war. Okay, but still, even Bhishma, despite of being such a powerful person, he could not save himself, but just because of few bad karmas that he had done. Okay, now I know that this is kind of controversial, that calling Bhishma that he had done bad karma. What I'm referring to is as Amba, the woman whom he by force he brought her, and he wanted to make her marry his brother. But his brother, he just married two of the women. She was in love with some other king, and she did not want to marry anybody else than him. And that is where things got messed up, and that is where Bhishma got messed up with his life. Okay, so this is what I see. I know this, that anytime people who feel that they are in power, they feel that they have a lot of power, they tend to become negative. They tend to do something negative. Just some moments back, I just came across this, that somebody who was aware, who was in touch with a lot of powerful people, in a roadside accident. Okay, in a roadside accident, this person started threatening. It was not a huge accident, just his vehicle, it just got touched a little by somebody else's bike, two-wheeler. And this is where he got really angry, and he got into really nasty argument that he would drag him to somewhere, he would beat him up and all that stuff. So this is what happens when people are having a lot of power. How you behave when you have a lot of power, that speaks volumes about your character. And maybe nobody will able to point out, when you are in power, usually people will not point it out towards you, because people are scared of you. People feel scared of you. They just feel that you might use your power against them in a very bad manner, which you might, but it's not always that way, that you have to behave in that way. Just imagine, if you did not have any influential people on your side that would make you powerful, how would you respond in that same way when you are surrounded by very powerful people also. Okay, because when no strength, no people in power are around you, that is where you are really forced to be a good human being. You're very much forced to act as much as good on the terms of your humanity. So those same qualities should stay with you even when you are with people who are in power. Okay, so this is the video. I hope that you like it. In the end, it was just a little bit of personal touch that I put. Let me know how do you like this video in comments, and I will see you again in my next video. Until then, keep following the path of your soul's purpose, because you are born for a reason. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.
Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon. When you click on the bell icon, select all notifications so that you get notified about all the videos that I upload.